Here we have for sale a 2017 on a 66 plate Volkswagen Transporter. It's the T6, which is the shape. This is a T32, which means it's got a 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight, and this is the 2-litre TDI, 150 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual, short wheelbase, Highline Kombi van. What we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec which is on this particular example and also what you get on a Highline Kombi of this age. But we'll also talk you through a little bit about the condition, the ownership and the service history, seeing as this vehicle is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So, starting at the rear of the vehicle, we can see on this particular example we've got a rear glazed tailgate. A tailgate just meaning a door which opens in that sort of fashion, and glazed of course because it's got the rear window. You can see as well we've got a rear spoiler which has been added here, all lovely and colour coded with the body colour, which on this example is called Indium Grey. Fantastic colour, one of the, in my opinion, one of the best colours you can get a Kombi in. It goes well as a sort of for business and as I say, as a personal vehicle as well. Looking at the rear bumper as well, on a Highline you get a number of elements which are colour coded as standard, so things like the bumpers, the mirrors, door handles, all come colour coded. So you can see here this rear bumper here also has rear parking sensors integrated, and in terms of condition, the rear bumper of course one of the areas on any van which is sort of most prone to marks or stone chips. There's a couple of very light marks here, but as I say, you'll see as we go around this vehicle it's been very well looked after, in lovely condition. In terms of the tailgate, that all looks to be in really nice order. If we open that up, you can see that the tailgate opens on these nice gas struts just here, so it makes opening very straightforward. And this is the benefit of a tailgate, is that once it's open, it gives you some shelter. So if it is raining, then you can stand under here and you've got some nice shelter in the back. And this is as it would come from factory. So you get this nice padded rubber floor, and you also get all these boards here which line the sides and also the roof as well, and that's all, as I say, as it comes from the factory. They also come like this as well with the exposed wheel arches, and again one of the areas which will be prone to a couple of marks, as you know these of course are, being a used vehicle, but these are in very good order compared to a lot of Kombis that you will see, and as I say, this clearly has been used for what I believe is private use. It doesn't look like this has had a hard life by any stretch of the imagination. Or you can see all the floor here is in lovely order, plenty of tie down points here in the back as well, and you can see the toolkit is located just there. Of course we've got the rear Kombi seats. This particular example has got the optional extra of a 2+1 split rear bench seat, a lovely option to have because it gives you maximum versatility. You can just take out one seat, or you could take the double seat out completely independently of each other, which is fantastic because you could just take that single seat out and load something longer down one side, or you could possibly take the two out and be able to load something much bigger in here, like a bed or something, and still have that one seat next to the door. As I say, just lots of versatility on those. I have one of these myself, and I often run around with them with no seats in the back if I want to carry something a bit larger. So, as I say, very handy. Moving then down the passenger side of the vehicle, we can look down here at all the reflections, seeing if there's any dents or scratches or anything like that. But I've got to be honest with you, this is looking in fantastic order on the bodywork. Of course, you are going to get the odd stone chip here or there, but I am struggling to find much on this particular example. This one as well has been fitted with these very nice 18-inch Wolf-Race Assassin alloy wheels. These ones have got actually the grey inserts. The painted parts on these are grey. Most of the time when we see these, those are in black, but as I say, these are in a nice grey, and then you've got the polished face as well. I think probably one of the best looking alloys that you see on transports. I think they're very nice. This one has got the black sidebars as well. There are a couple of small little sort of corrosion scabs here on the sidebars. They are an aftermarket part, and as I say, that's quite common to see. If we open up then the side loading door, you'll see then another bit of spec which has been added to this particular example. You may have been able to see that when we opened up the tailgate, and that is the leather trimmed seats. Of course, these have been done afterwards, not from the factory, but as you can see, they have been done to a very, very good standard. These aren't just seat covers, these are proper leather trimmed seats. And as I say, they're all in really nice order. I really like the design, and as I say, finished in black leather. And then in terms of these rear seats, as I say, lots of adjustment. If you look at the pictures on the advert, which is on our website, bridgenvans.co.uk, you'll see pictures in all of the different positions, but you can easily get access into the rear by just using that control there on the back of the seat, as I just showed you. You've also then got these little black tabs just here. If I pull on one of those, you can see then you can actually fold the seat down flat like so, and you can do exactly the same with this set of seats as well by pulling on that black tab there, and then you can fold those seats down as I say, very, very easily. You can see that we've got ISOFIX compatibility, and that is across all three of the rear seats, and the single seat actually has the top tether as well. This particular model is actually a 6-seater. Most of these that we have are 5-seaters. Of course, a couple of advantages of that is that, of course, you can, main one being you can carry an extra person, but you can also do the same thing with the front seats, and that is by folding them down. So by pulling on that, you can fold those seats down. Very, very handy. And then, as I say, just a note on the rear seats before we move on, is they're very easy to remove. On the back of the seats just here, if I put the camera around here, we have these tabs on the back. If you pull on those tabs, that then releases the seat from the fixing points on the floor. The seat will then fold up, and then you can just remove it. They are quite heavy, so they will require 2 people to lift them out. But as I say, it just means you can go from a 6-seater van into a 3-seater in the space of literally 2 minutes. Moving then into the cab, we can open up the passenger door. You can see here the condition here inside the door card, all very, very nice. Same story goes with the step, the floor, all in really nice order. And of course, we've got those lovely black leather seats here in the front as well, and just taking good care and time here to really look at the condition. There's no rips, tears, skags, anything like that. It all seems to be in really nice order. The lovely thing with this particular example as well, this is a one owner from new vehicle, and we have got VW service history with it. So this is a Volkswagen service record printout. So we've got 2 services listed on here. One is in November of 2019 at 25,000 miles, and then there's another one then in February of 2021 at 33,000 miles. For whatever reason, only this first one is stamped in the service book, but I'm sure if the service book was sent away to North Wales Van Centre, which are a VW dealer, I'm sure they'd be happy to stamp that second service in, but you can see confirmation there that that has been done. And nice to see as well that it's been done with the same dealer throughout its life. As I say, always nice to see and clearly well looked after. You can turn the passenger airbag off using the control just there. And again, looking at the condition of the dashboard, all seems to be in really nice order. There's no excessive wear, scratching, anything like that. It's all in really good shape here. As we then start to move around the front of the vehicle, in terms of the alloy wheels, again, they're not scuffed or anything like that. Of course, you know, I'm sure you could find the odd small little mark, like a tiny little marks just here, but all in all, they're in really nice, presentable condition. As I say, moving then around to the front, you've got the colour-coded bumpers, colour-coded mirrors as standard, but this one has also then got the front splitter, which has been added on here. To my eyes, I can't confirm it, but I believe this vehicle has been slightly lowered, which does give it a nicer sort of stance to the vehicle. I believe it has. I'm no sort of suspension expert, but looking at how low this sort of front of the van is here, it does look to me that it has been lowered. To drive, it's not. I've driven this van. It's not any harder than say my Transporter, which hasn't been lowered. It doesn't feel any harder than that. It may not be, it may just be that this splitter is making it appear lower, but in my eyes that looks to me like that has been lowered slightly. But in terms of condition here, again, the theme continues here on the front. I'm really struggling to even find any stone chips here on the front. It's all in really, really good shape. And same goes here, just having a look at the front of the vehicle. It's all looking really, really nice. And then we can have a look down the driver's side before moving into the cab and having a look at the spec in the cab. Looking at the reflections again, just using those to see if we can find any dents or anything like that. It's all looking really smart. Same goes with this alloy wheel. Again, that's in good order. A couple of those little marks which I mentioned on the sidebars just there. And then let's open up the driver's door here and have a look at the spec inside, because you do get a really nice spec inside a Highline. So on top of the driver's door, you've got electric windows, you've got electric heated mirrors. You can also see that we've got auto activated lights and wipers. We've got 2 full remote keys with the vehicle. You've got the leather multifunctioning steering wheel. On the right hand side, you've got the onboard computer controls just here, and you can answer and hang up the phone. And then on the left hand side, you've got the cruise control settings just there. The onboard computer, which is just up here in the middle of the dashboard, that's where you can see the mileage, 36,212 miles. It's a really nice low mileage, and as you can see, only serviced a few thousand miles ago. Having a look at the driver's seat, again, just having a good look at this leather. It's all in really good order. One thing to note on this, for some reason this one has been spec'd without the driver's armrests. Not something I've seen before, but I say for some reason that has been spec'd or changed to that specification. We've got height adjustability here, and then as we go into the cab, we can have a look at a little bit more of the spec here. So we've got the 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that lovely 150 brake horsepower engine. You get air conditioning as standard on a Highline. You've also got a heated windscreen here, USB port. You can turn the start-stop off if you so wanted. And then if we have a look at the screen up here, of course you've got Bluetooth phone prep. If you go onto the radio setting as well, you can see that you've got DAB radio. And you can also put an SD card in here. You can put an AUX port in there also. And then you can see we've got the full book pack there with all the manual. Always nice to have. Another benefit as well, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, with the dual passenger seat is you can actually lift this seat up, flip it forward, and then that gives you some storage then underneath the passenger seats. Let's say that's a nice little bonus which you can't do when you've only got the single seat. So just to summarize everything as best as I can, this is a one owner from new Volkswagen Transporter T6 T32 with a 2-litre TDI, 150 brake horsepower, short wheelbase, Highline 6-seat Kombi with a 6-speed manual gearbox, finished in indium grey, lovely VW service history, fantastic condition throughout, with some lovely features such as the body styling, the alloy wheels in really good order, and of course that lovely leather interior as well. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. And we can deliver these vehicles nationwide. We do a lot of deliveries. We've got a good team of drivers, and as I say, we can deliver these vehicles nationwide. So feel free to get in touch and we can give you a quote depending on your location. Thank you very much for watching.